Good morning, everyone. Live. I appreciate you guys being here, first and foremost. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today, focus on when dating. Okay, because a lot of y'all are out here just dating for no purpose or don't know what's on or whatever. Okay, so I'm here to let you know what you want as well. Dating properly because you don't even know what you want. Okay, or when you start dating, you don't even know what you want half the time. So you don't have a focus. So if your goal is to date a provider, then your focus needs to be a little bit different than someone else who's out there dating and trying to go 50-50. So someone out there and you don't know where to focus your focus at, ask yourself, what do you want? And then redirect your focus to the, because if you don't, you're in a dating pool. Okay. So this is what you should want. This is what I think y'all should want. You should want a provider, of course. Someone that likes you more. Okay. That's what I always tell y'all. And if you're not seeing those qualities or those things in the guys that you're dating, please dismiss them super quick because they're wasting your time. And your provider could be, right there, but this person is in the way because you're entertaining the wrong type of person. Okay. You entertain the wrong type of person. You think here? Hold on. Is that better? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I can hear. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all just need to do what you got to do. All right, is that better? Is it paused? Not again. Maybe there's too many people. Yeah, I can hear it on my side. And y'all just need to fix y'all stuff. All right. Y'all need to fix y'all stuff. Okay. Tell them to fix stuff in the comments if y'all can hear me. Okay. I don't know. Lately, YouTube has been acting weird. Maybe they're updating and stuff. Okay. So yeah, gotta date with purpose. You gotta know who you are before you get started. Okay. The mentality has to be there. Too pretty to pay bills. That's what you gotta act like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to date a provider and avoid a dusty. You need this book. Okay. Links are in the description bar. But I'm telling y'all, do what you gotta do. Make your goals. If you don't have them, you're just going to be dating for no reason and you're not going to get anywhere and you're not going to date the type of people you're looking for. Okay. So you have to have strict goals. You got to have focus. Okay. Okay. Living with provider, Air Force pilot caught him in multiple lies many times looking for an apartment today. Tips on smoothly moving out. You have your finances in order. Just hire movers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When he's not there, take stuff and go. The consistency is insane. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Siren. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just move when he's not there. That's it. Okay. Just move when he's not there. That's how you do it. And then when he realizes you're gone, be like, oh, surprise. Surprise, surprise. And that's good that you're moving on. You don't want to deal with him no more. Good for you. All right. The thing that y'all should focus on during dating is y'all aren't aimed, like if you have a specific type of man that you are trying to attract, you need to become the they are attracted to, whatever that may be for you guys. Because I have so many women on my Patreon and they all message me. You got to be part of the Patreon tier 2 and up in order to message me. But they all message me and they're like, oh, I'm looking for this type of man. What should I do? How should I dress? How should I act? Where should I go? if I live here, if I live there, you know. I can only tell you what I know about, you know, what the city I live in, but how should you walk, talk, and dress for the type of man you're looking for? Well, all of that is different. All that is different. Depending on the type of man you're trying to attract, that's what you need to be looking like, okay? So y'all have to understand that. You can't just look like whatever you look like, but it's not attractive to the certain type of man that you're trying to attract. You got to understand what it is you got to do, okay? It's not just a blanketed look. That means it's not just one look. You have to be specific with what you're trying to attract by what you're looking like, by how you're attracting. So that's also something to consider that a lot of people don't realize. And they all get frustrated because they say, oh my gosh, they keep going out, but no one's approaching. No one's approaching. Are you the type of woman that is attractive to the type of men in the area that you're going to, and the type of men that you're trying to attract? Okay, so that's another thing. I see women do the wrong things all the time. They look very out of place in certain places. Their wardrobe is all wrong. Hair, nails, everything, makeup is all wrong. And then they ask, why can't they attract? Because it's all wrong. Okay. And they don't understand until someone literally has to point it out piece by piece. You know, like, no, this dress has been out of style for 10 years. Nobody wears this unless they, you know, are this type of person. Some people just don't know. And it's kind of hard to point things out to people, and you don't want to hurt their feelings, but they need to know. You know what I'm saying? They just need to know because it's helpful. You dressing for the man you want keeps me focused. I know that's right, Siren. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So if you're looking for a classy man that's a provider, a gentleman, dresses up to go to date, you have to fit that aesthetic as well. You can't look like you just threw yourself together. You know what I mean? You have to match the same aesthetic as the type you're attracting. Because why would they be attracted to you if you're not going to look good on their arm, represent them properly, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That's why. Okay. You think it's wrong to be I think it's wrong if that's what you're seeking. Like, honestly, I feel like anything about fame, you're missing the entire point. When you seek fame, you're just missing the whole point of everything. That's my opinion. When you seek fame, that's a byproduct of being something else. You seeking the byproduct or the side effect before you get whatever it is that creates that side effect. Okay. It doesn't make sense. You got to have the talent, or you have to have the skill, or you have to have a whatever. And that's just the side effect. That's it. To seek the side effect is like looking for drugs, illegal drugs. Okay. So look for something that you like to do. And if you're good enough at it and people like it, that's going to be the side effect for people to know you. That's it. Got it. You can't seek the side effect first without the foundation. What do you do if your boyfriend lost his job? Well, good thing he's not your husband. You make him go get another one, okay? Tell him you got 2 weeks or else he's out. All right? You give him an ultimatum. You got 2 weeks to find a new job. And that's it. That's how they used to do back in the old days. Back in the old days, there was no, oh, it's okay. You got 2 weeks. Period. If that was a single mother and she didn't have a choice but to go get another job, she'd have one in 2 days. So you nice by giving him 2 weeks. Give him 2 weeks and still don't pay for nothing so he can feel the stress of it. 2 weeks? That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so depending on where you're going, like, of course, nail polish, nail length, hair length, whether or not to show tattoos or not, lash length, all of that stuff really adds up into one look. And if it's not, you know, working with the environment that you're in, it's going to be hard to attract men in certain environments. So that's why I'm telling y'all. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen people that look really out of place in certain places because they got it all wrong. And it's a good thing that you go and you like people watch and then you go back and try again. So it's okay. Just go and people watch. If you're in doubt, just wear something of a neutral tone and elegant. And then just go people watch and see what people are doing. If you want a more like stylish flair, go see what people are doing at the nice places, at the nice restaurant bars on the rich side of town. Go see what they're doing. See their hair, see their jewelry, see their makeup, see their lashes, and then be like, okay, now I understand that maybe you were overdoing it or underdoing it. Okay. But you need to go see for yourself with your own eyes what these men are pulling up to the restaurants in luxury vehicles to the valets and supercars to the valet. What type of women are they going for? What type of clothing are they wearing? What type of woman would look good beside them? And what type of woman, are they arriving with? That's what you need to look at. So then you can say, okay, well, I need to focus more on getting this together and that together. I don't need to be as extravagant in this area. Maybe I need to spruce it up over here. Maybe my nails are bright neon orange out the way. Maybe, maybe I should do a little bit less here and a little bit more there. I like their heel game. Maybe I just, stop wearing these, whatever clunky stuff that y'all are wearing. And you can just literally make mental notes while having a little cocktail or mocktail at the bar and people watch. Sometimes you don't need to go out to freestyle and attract. Sometimes you need to go out and study. So when you go back out there, then you'll be better. Then you'll be able to do more. Then you'll be able to get more attention. Okay. But sometimes you just need to be there to people watch and not so much focus on whether someone is approaching you or not, because part of this whole thing is to observe. And once you become really smart at understanding different places, different locations, different this, different that, you'll be able to definitely pull yourself together, put yourself together enough to do what you need to do and attract the type of guy you're trying to attract. Okay. It'll be so easy. The next time you go, you'll be like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. You can either shop your own closet or go shopping or borrow something from somebody. Doesn't matter, but you'll know exactly how to put yourself together and exactly what these guys like, what they're looking for, what they're attracting, what they're attracted to, the type of women they walked across the room for. And you can literally just be like, okay, I get it now. Yes. And there you go. Okay. And remember, you're not looking for compliments from other women, which they are nice, but what you're looking for is attraction from the type of men that you are looking for. Okay? So, then when you get home, you can dress and wear whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But when you're trying to get out there and date, pull, whatever, you got to be strategic and you got to know what you're doing. Okay? Thank y'all for being here. Y'all are so sweet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, y'all. And some of the stuff is like not even as expensive as you would think. Uh-huh. You said you feel like you don't have enough money to keep yourself up. That's not true. I have seen people go to thrift stores and look super pulled together and expensive. It's just you got to know where to shop. Or you can give up something that you don't need and save that money and put it towards your level up. Okay, a lot of people do that. You and your husband are married, okay, Islamically, and it doesn't want to marry me legally. I don't even know what that means. How should I go about this? He pays 100% of my bills and everything else and gives me an allowance to me. He's 46, I'm 26. Okay. Do you drive the car you want? Live in the house you want? Wear the clothes you want? And can you do what you want during the daytime? If the answer is yes, then that's just your boyfriend. That's not your husband. Okay? Because if you ain't got no legal papers, that's just your boy. Stop calling your Islamic husband. Call him your boyfriend. Call him your provider boyfriend. That's it. Okay? Stop using all these fancy terms and words. That's your boyfriend. You ain't married. If you decide you want to marry someone else, you legally can because you're not married. Okay? So keep your options open. If you get bored and tired of them, on to the next. You're not really married. No question, because the dating scene is man cheater. Oh, Manchester. Okay, England. Girl, I thought they said man cheater. No questions, because the dating scene in Manchester, England is so grime. Okay, you use some English slang, but I'm appreciative of your advice. Okay. Well, I'm so sorry for that. Is there a better side of town that has more money that you could try? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. You said you can't have a boyfriend in that religion, but you do. Okay, let me tell y'all something one more time. If you not legally married, you got a boyfriend. In the United States of America, I don't know what country you're in. Is that just a fancy way of saying you rolling around on a mattress with some man you ain't married to? Okay, whatever. If you don't have the paper, you're dating, that's your boyfriend. That's not your husband. For the 5,000 millionth time. Okay. Y'all keep telling me y'all can't have boyfriends, y'all can't date, but y'all are. I don't care how y'all say that you took vows in the church, but you ain't got no legal papers or a mosque. That don't count in the government. So that's your boyfriend. Keep your options open, ma'am. Get all this money, stack yours, stack, because you can't take that to court. If you try to leave and you're gone, you can leave freely. Bye. Bye, boyfriend. And tell him bye, boyfriend, when you leave and you get sick and tired of it. Unless he legally marries you, that's your boyfriend. Not even your fiance. That's how, back in the old days, before gay marriage was legal, that's how gay people got married. They just had a ceremony. Okay? So y'all just had like basically a fake marriage. A partnership. You better get that piece of paper if you want to be actually married. Just start calling him boyfriend. Maybe he'll want to do it legally. Start calling him your boyfriend. Don't call him your husband. Say in America, you're called a boyfriend because we ain't legally married. I don't know if y'all are in America, but you sound like a boyfriend to me. Said it's a fake marriage. Just call it a boyfriend. Stop trying to scoot around with y'all done did. That's your boyfriend. How many other girls can he take to a mosque and marry that way without paperwork? How many he can do that with? As many as he wants? Well, that means you are a girlfriend, not a wife. Let's see, y'all got legal papers. All right. But good luck. Hope you get the papers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What should you focus on with dating? Whatever your goal is. So practice makes perfect. So let's say you're new to all of this. Maybe you're not ready to get all the big money yet. Maybe you just want to dip your toe in and see if you can get you a free drink and a free meal. Maybe you're new to this. I don't know. Maybe you need to go out and people watch first, get the outfit and dress and hair down, then go back out there and take baby steps, you know? Can you get a free drink? Can you get a meal paid for? Can you get asked out on a date? Can you do this? Take baby steps if you are, you know, just figuring it out. Because I think some of y'all are going out there trying to get all bills paid on date one, wearing the wrong outfit, the wrong wig, and the wrong lash. And you're discouraged because you're not taking baby steps, you know? It's a process, especially if you're not familiar with what you're doing. It's a process. So dip your toe in and slowly move forward. Okay. Have a goal for each time you go out. It can be a small goal, but as you check that list of goals out and what you're focused on, you're going to see yourself improve every single time. Okay. So make the small goals, and the next time you go out, make it a little bigger. And once you see you start attracting more and getting more attention and doing better, then you make a bigger goal until you can say, okay, well, I only date providers and da da da. You know, maybe your goal number one, the first time you go out, maybe is to get a drink purchased for you or two. Okay, maybe not a number, maybe not an exchange of number, but just a drink. Okay. Then the next time you go, maybe a drink, and someone asks you for their number or just start a conversation with you and speak to you for a good amount of time. Then maybe the next time you go, then you can add the number to there, you know, da da da. But keep going. Don't get frustrated and focus on the small little goals as you're leveling up, because no one's perfect at dating. But you can get a feel for it, you can grow confident in it, and you can do better each time you go out on your own to try to attract guys. And stop meeting men online. This is how you organically grow your confidence, your self-esteem, your attraction level, and your ability to socialize and talk and exchange with other people. You got to go outside and you got to practice. Okay? So, do that. And I will guarantee you in a month or two from when you start, if you do this consistently a couple of times a week, go out and stuff like that, you're going to see a vast improvement in the type of guys that you are attracting. Okay. And you're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't have to deal with no dust no more. I'm attracting men in nice cars with decent careers. And, you know, they're buying me drinks and asking me out, versus some dusty begging you for $20 and to borrow your car. You know, you're going to just need to take the baby steps and take your time doing certain things because it's hard to get it all at once. Okay. Thank you. Because of your advice, I'm a 15, you're on a 15,000, no, 1,500 deposit a week for 5 years. Okay, that's good. From one provider, but you want more. Provider says I have to make it happen with 6K a month. How to get more from him? I have other providers too, but I want more from him. Okay, tell him the price of things are going up and make a list of all the things that the prices have went up. And tell him, you know, you got to keep up with the times because he's probably older, right? You got to keep up with the times, and their prices are going up, and it's like what you're giving me is no longer enough anymore. And it's like I have to figure out what I have to sacrifice, and I don't want to have to sacrifice and name something he actually likes you doing for yourself. Like if he likes how you get your hair done, or if he likes, you know, this and that. It's like I'll have to sacrifice on this part because da da da, and I don't want to do that because I know you love that. So what do you say? Why don't you just add another 1,000 to it? I don't, whatever. And he'll be like, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's like, yes, please do see. I know you won't want me to be sad. And then, you know, talk to him in your little sexy voice. And hopefully he'll do that for you. If not, you know, keep bringing it up until he does. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mention it every time. Mention it every time. So thank you. You said, how can you look feminine in bed without a bonnet? Okay, so for those ladies who are in new relationships or don't want to wear bonnets to bed, there are countless things you can do. Okay, now I've seen some crazy stuff on the internet. They have sleep wigs now. Yes, they have scarves, sleep wigs, um, clip-in bangs. You could put a scarf around your head and tie it up like you're like a cute, like little 50s or 60s pinup, and then just do the little clip-in bang in the front, or no bang at all. You can look cute with looking like you got on a shower cap on your head. Okay, just figure it out. You can get you a pillowcase that's satin. Yeah. But yes, I saw, oh my gosh, they used to have these in the old days too, because I saw an old school ad for sleep wigs. I'm like, they got a sleep wig? Wigs you sleep in? It's lined with silk or satin on the inside, and it's a wig you put on and you sleep in it. I'm like, girl, I don't know if I could do all that, but they do have them. Okay, anyway, just look it up, sleep wig. You'll laugh. Sleep wig. They even have swim wigs now. I'm like, sleep with all these wigs everywhere. Sleep wig, swim wig. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna show you. Sleep wig. Sleep wig. Look, they even have them on Amazon. Sleep wig at Amazon. Let's see what they look like. Where the sleep wigs at? They're short. They have some long ones too. Okay, even a turban is better than a bonnet if you don't like the bonnet look. You know, some people like it. I don't know. They used to wear turbans back in the day. Okay, look like a little fortune teller running around. I remember this girl was telling me like she was dating a white guy and she had her bonnet on. This was like a long time ago. And she took it off and she like set it down. And when he came to the door, he was like, "Oh, I like your pirate hat." He called it a pirate hat. But you know, everybody know what a bonnet is now. I was like, a pirate hat. That's funny. Mm-hmm. What the heck's this? Yeah, they do have sleep wigs. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Anyway, they all look different. Is that Mr. Super Chat? Hold on. All right, I missed a few. Hold on. Met a rich guy, but he was wishy-washy. Should I just back up and move on? Okay, he's a millionaire. Most guys, think about this. Most people are going to be wishy-washy. I don't know if you met him in person or online, but dating is not supposed to be a sure thing. It's supposed to be like getting to know someone, and if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. You let them go. Some people are wishy-washy because they don't take you seriously. You're not the one. Because if you were, they would be like, this is the one I want. I got to be focused. Da, da, da. So you're just not the one. But they might spend time with you. They might chat you up. They might talk to you, but you're just not the one. So keep your options open. Okay. You don't have to end each story and each chapter. Leave your options open and have a roster. Okay. That way, if he calls you up, he's like, "Hey, I got tickets to and something that you want to go to and meet other millionaires," you can go. Instead of shutting everyone down, keep their options open. You might need his connection one day, you know? Stop getting upset with people because they reject you and keep them as friends and use their connections as opportunities. If they just, want to take you somewhere or take you to dinner and, go to a function or whatever. Keep them options open, baby. Stop shutting everybody down because they don't want to be your man. And I have to tell so many women this: when you're dating, you're not trying to have a boyfriend with each one of these men. You're just trying to do what you need to do in order to find the type or the provider type. Not everybody is going to be your future husband. Not everybody you go on a date with is going to become your boyfriend. What you need to do is you need to know that you can attract certain type of men. Get their information, learn how to deal with them. So if you do meet one that actually likes you times 10, you are well versed, you understand how they think, and you can literally be a better match and a fit for that type of man. Not all the men you're going to deal with are going to be, matches, but you can learn so much and how to deal with the next dude from them. Okay. So stop trying to put a relationship on everyone you meet. Gather information, observe, get what you need out of it. Okay. If it doesn't work out, great. Did you get something out of it beneficial? Did you get some knowledge? Did you learn how to deal with a certain type of class of people better? Did you meet a friend, meet a friend through this person? Do you know how certain types of men think now versus how maybe you didn't know prior? Think, okay? Use everything in your favor when you're out and about talking and dating these guys, okay? Stop trying to make out of your boyfriend. They should be trying to make you their girlfriend, not the other way around. She's speaking all facts. Last night I went out, drinks paid for, and we have a date set for tonight. Don't be scared to go out alone, ladies. Be you. Okay, Olivia Sprinkle. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, well, have fun on your date. How to deal with an old man, 55 plus, who talks badly about women, racist undertones. Is he spending money, man? Because we're not talking to anybody who ain't spending money. Okay. If he ain't spending money, we're not talking. Okay. You need to, the first conversation you need to have with anybody is about what you need money. You shouldn't be talking about normal stuff. Especially if you're talking about, if you're with an older man that old, you shouldn't be talking about none of that stuff. You should be talking about money, bills, Aunt Ethel, how to get his money, what you need done, da da da. Okay. None of that conversation should be coming up until you got some money. If it starts coming up, you already got the money. If you don't like it there, you're uncomfortable, you can always leave. But he's initially trying to impress you first and foremost. And if you don't give him anything to impress you with, like your need for him to provide this financial, backing to whatever you need, then he's going to focus on talking about all this stuff that you're not interested in. Okay. So first conversation always needs to be about money. Focus on the money. And then after a while, he starts to open up and show you his real self. You already got the money. And if you don't like him, you can dismiss him. Okay. But the first initial conversations and ways for him to impress you should always be financially. Your provider says misogynistic stuff to me all the time, but who cares? You should take nothing personal. It's just like, I don't care what people say. As long as they're giving me the money, that's not misogynistic at all. Just give me the money. Okay. Because most of the time, men don't even know what they're talking about. They're just talking talk, girl. Okay. To hear themselves speak. You inspire me to stop tolerating mistreatment at work. I handle it the right way, used the law, and it worked in my favor financially. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm glad you took care of that legally. Any tips on working in business and first class as flight attendant? Look, smell good. Get my perfume. Love potion number 7. And they're going to be like, oh, she smells so good. Get you these Pheromones by Heaux Cosmetics as well. Get you some Pheromones as well. These will make men more talkative to you, make them more generous with you. If you get Press Him and Liquid Finesse, they'll treat you nicer and they'll be strangely attracted to you because it helps you release the pheromones as if you're ovulating, which women only do twice a month. But imagine having it at your fingertips at any time. It makes men feel like that they're falling in love with you. My links are in the description, so y'all can check that out after the video. Make sure you put on my code SHERA and save you some money. So if I'm working that close to men with money, as you say you're working as a first class flight attendant, you need to have all the sprays on, all the pheromones on, all the love potion number 7s on. You need to have all that stuff on working in your favor. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Learn to use all the stuff at your fingertips. Okay. And I say this to women. Okay, a lot of women say, you can't take SheraSeven's advice because it's not going to work for everyone. It's not going to work for people who don't put effort into what they look like. Let me repeat that. It's not going to work for people that don't put effort in what they look like. You're right. It ain't going to work for everybody because not everybody puts in effort. Not everyone is putting in enough effort, so it's not going to work for everybody. You are correct. Absolutely right. Because not everybody is putting in the right amount of work on themselves. You are correct. You can't just wake up, wipe your eye, dust out your eye, and put on some lip balm and snatch your bonnet off and say, I'm ready. No. That ain't gonna get it, baby. You gotta do more. I think these women who are pulling certain types of men are just wiping the crust out of their eye and putting on clear lip gloss and shaking their hair. You think they're getting the type of men that no, they have to put in work too, baby. A lot of women wake up early. They do their hair, they do their makeup, they blow dry, whatever they be doing. Make sure their nails are done, skincare routines, facial spa, mask, all of it. You just don't see it. You just think that they're naturally like that. Not everybody is naturally like that. Not everybody has baby soft skin. Maybe they work for it when you don't see it. Maybe when they're watching TV, instead of snacking on Cheetos, they're doing face masks and moisturizing, Maybe instead of having a bag of candy or eating popcorn, they're slathering on moisturizer and lotion on their arms and legs and oils, So you don't see what goes on behind the scenes with a lot of women who are so-called attractive, and they don't look like they have to put in much effort, but they are. They put in effort when they go sit down and try to eat something. They're not ordering everything on the menu. They're very selective of what they're putting in their bodies. So it is a lifestyle. It is not, okay, let me get up 10 minutes early and see if I can make it look better. No, it is a lifestyle. It must become a habit. Y'all have seen me improve from day one on the channel. You have to change your habits, and that's it. Whether it's a habit of how you dress, what type of clothes you wear, what type of jewelry you wear, what type of makeup you wear, what kind of hair you wear. Like, no one is perfect. You're not going to be perfect 24/7. You're going to keep striving until you find your niche, And every day I try to improve myself. I'm not perfect. I'm not the perfect example of, someone who is like a supermodel, but I still get up and do my best and put in work every day. And the results are good, So meet yourself where you're at and then keep going. All right. Know what you like to do, know how you like to look, and focus on that. Because men are visual creatures. And you can't sit there and say, oh, well, everything is trash. But if you're not obsessed with yourself and you don't look like you are supposed to be dating a man that's a provider, that's gonna like be partially your fault if you don't understand that that's what you got to do. You work full time to look just right for correct man. That's right. Thank you, Chelsea. So a lot of people understand that. Instead of choosing to drink a calorie-filled drink, you opt for water or unsweet tea instead. Women sacrifice all the time in little places to improve their looks, their health, their skin, their hair, their nail. They're taking supplements. It is a lifestyle. And now, they said club culture and drinking culture is out now, and it's more about health culture. People are doing the peptides, the vitamins, the spa instead of going to the club. They're eating less. They're eating more healthy. You got to make the change if you want the results to show up in your life. And I know a lot of people need to hear this, but even when you're dating, when you're out on a date, people can tell the type of lifestyle you lead exactly by what the type of food you order. True story. People can tell how indulgent you are, how undisciplined you are, just by the choice, the drink choice, and all of that. So be careful. It's a lifestyle. How well you take care of your body. Are you wife material? And if your goal is not to be a wife, still, men like to think that possibly one day, if he feels like he wants to get married, you might be eligible or meet a list of requirements as far as health is concerned. You know, 'cause who wants somebody with a cigarette hanging out their mouth or a vape hanging out their mouth, raising their future kids or being pregnant, you know? So you got to understand that as well. Okay, hi Shera, you date a 24-year-old that makes six figures. He's difficult to look at, and I'm older by 3 years. Okay, well, as long as he's paying for you, man, pay your bill. I don't know if that's going to be end game. I don't know if that's going to be your man forever, but at least you're understanding and learning how to date guys, not based on their looks, but based on how they treat you and how they provide for you. That's the lesson that you need to learn here, because you might meet someone that's nicer looking and has, you know, probably the same age or slightly older than you. And that may not look so perfect, but you learn to understand and deal with how you operate in that type of relationship, and you'll be better prepared for someone else that might not be the best looking thing out there, but you'll know exactly how to act, walk, talk, boost their ego, and get their money. Okay. Sometimes guys are just practice guys or placeholders too. But until then, enjoy and learn what you're doing. How do you respond to critics that say there's not enough men with money to go around? Go to the rich side of town and look everywhere. There's a lot of money with men. I mean, a lot of men with money. They're just in the wrong area. Okay. Every time you go somewhere, a bunch of rich men, they're looking at women. They're looking for women. They're like, oh, she's pretty. I wonder if I should ask her out to lunch. Just go to the rich side of town and then your numbers increase. Okay. It's just girl math. If you're sitting there in the middle of a city, you're not in the rich side of town, your chances of meeting a rich man are slim. When you go to the rich side of town, your chances of meeting a rich man goes up much, much higher. Okay. So get to the rich side of town. Your Perfume and Pheromones. Thank you, Tasha Travels. I appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you getting that. I hope you love them. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. You met a man at an expensive restaurant and spent $100 on us, hundreds of dollars, okay, on us, and gave me $100 for nails, but he went out of state, asked my number. We talked next day, but ghosted. Do you think he will be back? Okay, let me tell y'all something. Men with money, that is chump change. Okay, you met a man at an expensive restaurant. $200, couple $100 on drinks and nails is trash money to those type of men. Okay, he met you. He didn't even take you out on a date. He just met you at the restaurant and asked your number. That's not your boyfriend. He can throw that type of money away. You had a good time. You got your drinks. Good for you. You know how to attract those type of men. Next, darling, stop pining after every man thinking because they gave you a few $100s or some nail money that's your man. Rich men throw that type of money in the garbage. I'm serious. Okay. Rich men will have cash in their pockets, throw it in the washing machine, and their maids will find it. Okay. That's nothing to them. Especially if you met him on a rich side of town, he travels for work. That man got money. That's nothing to them. Okay. That's the equivalent of him just buying you a few drinks and a meal, you know? So stop looking too deeply into it and say, oh, well, at least I know I can pull a man with money who's just going to throw money at me. Go back to the same restaurant bar you met him at and go meet another one. Do you understand? Because y'all keep mistaking rich people's chump change as investment. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know where you are. And you got to know how seriously men take you and how they just take you as someone that they met at a bar through passing by, one night. It's nothing. It might be a lot to you, but most of the women that go in that bar, that's nothing to them either, especially if they have money. So just take the money, be happy, go get your nails done. If he calls back later, not great, put him on the roster as free drinks and nails. I don't know. But don't pine after someone who just gave you something that's not even valuable to them. Okay. That's what y'all gotta know. When y'all start dating these rich men, that type of money is nothing. Too credit men, too scared advice. You need to get around some super rich men. They're less scared. They think they deserve beautiful women. So you need to get around some extra rich men. Okay. They think they're supposed to be with pretty women. Normal, average men are afraid of pretty women because they know that they can't keep their attention and they always are going to be looking for someone better or more, qualified financially. So you got to go find someone at the top of their game already with the most. Okay. Find a millionaire or a multimillionaire. Okay. I know women in Texas, they have like those women that do pageants in like Miss Texas or Miss America, Miss Universe and all that. I know a few of those ladies, right? They're, what type of men like them who want a beautiful beauty queen or a supermodel. Like in the South, they do beauty queens, and on the East Coast and like the East Coast, but on the West Coast and like Miami, they do models, right? In Texas, they do beauty queens, pageants, pageant girls, cheerleaders, from, what would you call it? The football cheerleaders. Okay. Sports dancers. I don't know what they call them. They want the top tier looking women if they got that top tier money. So you got to go to the top tier places. Okay. Stop looking for regular and go get the highest because they think they deserve beautiful women. You're always delivering wisdom. Thank you so much, KK. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, chump change ain't nothing, baby. Just go back to the same restaurant bar and see if you can get another one with more money. Guys who travel might come back once or twice, but yeah, you're not looking for commitment. You're looking for, whatever experience you're getting. But when you meet a guy that likes you 10 times more, he will call, he will ask you out, he will spend more money. Okay. Not every guy is going to do that. Learn the difference and stop taking everything so personally. That's one problem that so many women have. And I just wish they would just stop doing that. If you take everything personally, you're not going to be aware of what you're learning in the process. You're not going to be aware of the type of men you're dealing with. You're just going to think every man is supposed to be, your future husband. You're not looking at how to observe them and differentiate them and understand who likes you more, who doesn't like you that much, who just, wanted to spend a few minutes with you or a few hours with you. You're not understanding. Okay. Thank you, Tala. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. You can't believe you used to accept low level. Yeah. In the car and cuddle dates, girl. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but at least you learn and doing better, right? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. How to look high maintenance by looking like you are a priority to yourself. Whatever that looks like for you. Priority to yourself. What rich men look for, a lot of rich men look for in women is their ability to dress for the occasion, if they're appropriate for things, posture, confidence, things like that. So you work on the little things that will get you approached. You may not know that's holding you back. So let's just say you're at a nice restaurant bar. You're slumped over like this. This does not look very posh. It looks very, you know. But if you're sitting there like this, shoulders back, confident, smile, it's different. You're sitting there like this, scrolling on your phone, looking at every man that walks through the door, drinking your drink like this. You know, it ain't right. You gotta have manners, posture. You're loud and cursing and you're screaming at people. If you're on speakerphone, yeah, no. I hate it when people do that. Stay off the phones, stay off speakerphone. Sit up, get your posture together. Smile. Here you go. Just got the perfume. I use Pheromones and Elixirs daily. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Miss Paisley. I appreciate you. I hope you love it. You said you hate that, girl. If I see another person on speakerphone talking loud, they should make that illegal. I literally think so. I'm sad. I'm sad to say that, but if so many people weren't doing that, I wouldn't even care. Well, I don't want to hear your ratchet conversation while I'm shopping. That's, that's some people's relaxation time. I don't want to hear your ratchet conversation while you on the phone, while I'm walking through the aisles. I don't want to hear it. You said it's illegal in the Netherlands? Good. Yes, and it makes people like look at you like the person like, put the thing off a speakerphone and shut up and lower your voice. Sorry. Don't be doing that out public. I don't care if you're dilly-dallying. You dilly-dally, don't do that. Yes, say that again, ma'am. No straws in the martini glasses. Don't ask for a straw if you're drinking a martini. No. Remember what you order also is a reflection of, a lot of things. So make sure you're ordering bougie and not ratchet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, please speak on social media and how manipulation going there. Like, I don't understand what you're asking. People manipulate everywhere, not just social media. All right. Yeah. And don't do this. Don't be sitting at the bar doing this, okay? Don't go to an expensive restaurant bar and do this. Don't be out here at the bar or restaurant doing all this. You excuse yourself to the ladies' room and you handle that instead of doing this out in public at the bar. Now, if you're at a ratchet restaurant and you're not freestyling and trying to look cute and sexy, I don't care what you're doing. But don't do this at a nice restaurant and bar. That's an absolute ratchet thing to do. Okay? If you're trying to see if you got something in your teeth or whatever, you can look at your phone real quick, do a little camera, and then put it away. But don't be out there pulling out your whole makeup case going to work. Okay? Don't do it. And when you're drinking, if you have on lipstick that's transferable, drink in the same place so that your lipstick doesn't get all around the whole cup. Be like, try to sip in the same place where your original lipstick is. Okay? Because there ain't nothing worse than walking up to a woman and all her wine glass or martini glass got lipstick and smudged stuff all up on the rim. Like, what is that? So just think about the small little details, because a lot of that stuff could be just holding y'all back and y'all don't even realize it. Y'all could be looking fabulous, but then you got lipstick stains all over your glass, you're hunched over, you're talking on the phone, speakerphone, that might be what's holding you back. Okay. You said don't throw your rubbish on the plate. Yes. Some of y'all might be, if y'all, and don't do this, don't stack your own dishes and don't clean up the area and pile it on your plate. That's really ratchet too. Okay. Let the wait staff or the bartender do that for you. Okay. Don't try to help them either. If you're like a waitress in the past and you're just trying to be nice to the next, to the servers, that's understandable, but don't do it when you're out and about trying to be bougie. Okay? Let them handle that. That is their job. You're going to tip them well, and so wonderful. You don't start helping. All right. Someone says don't order chicken wings. Oh my goodness. They don't even sell chicken wings in some restaurants because they don't want people sitting up there eating them. So definitely don't get them chicken wings if you're going to do appetizers. Thank you, Maria. Sprinkle. I appreciate you, girl. Definitely do not do the chicken wing, because think about this. You're looking cute. You're all cute. No, I don't eat chicken anyway, but you're all cute, right? Imagine this. You're sitting here trying to be bougie, look good, sip your martini or your wine, and all of a sudden, I don't know why men don't approach me. I look beautiful. I'm a supermodel. I sit down at the bar. Do you eat chicken wings at the bar? That could be it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I look beautiful. I look like a supermodel. I go to the nice restaurants on the rich side of town. I don't know what. It's keeping them from coming over to me. Did you pick your teeth after you eat? Okay. I don't know what they're not coming over to me for. Hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, girl, I'm at this nice restaurant. They got some nice clothes. I don't know why they won't approach me. Yeah, I go to the restaurant and I bring a book. I'm supposed to be smart. They don't approach me. I wonder why. Leave that book at home. Come on now. Kimu. What? Oh, I look so good. I'm so perfect. I do everything you say to do, Shera. I promise you. Everything you're saying, I'm doing. Really? Yes, I promise you. Everything I'm saying, you're doing? Yes, I am. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. What do you look like? Let me see a picture. Oh, my caterpillar lash fell off. You wearing this? You look like a Muppet. You sitting over that bar looking like a Muppet, ma'am? Are you telling me that you look like a Muppet sitting at the bar? You look like that Muppet with no eyes and just eyelashes. You know the one I'm talking about? She orange. That's what y'all look like. Y'all look like that orange Muppet with no eyes and just lashes. When y'all wear these. See? I'm sure, because I have to show y'all because y'all need to understand. Hey girl, how you doing? Girl, I'm at the expensive side of town, at the restaurant, at the bar. Yeah, girl, I just got my lashes did. I'm looking sitting over here looking like a Muppet. No, take them things off. Stop looking like a Muppet. Okay. The reason why the Muppet doesn't have eyes that orders these lashes is because you don't see the eyes anyway. All you see is the lashes. That's why you make it look like a Muppet, because nobody's seeing the rest of your face. All they see is them lashes. Okay. I'm not talking about Miss Piggy. I'm talking about that orange Muppet. She got blonde hair. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Look up the orange Muppet with blonde hair. Let me show you. Let me show you. Here she go. This is what y'all look like. This is the Muppet I'm telling y'all this y'all be looking like. Okay? This is what y'all look like. And when y'all start to look like this, why don't we approach you? Because you look like a Muppet. Okay? Do better. Okay? If that's what y'all out here looking like, that's why y'all not getting approached, because you look like a Muppet. Okay? Take them lashes off. Those aren't for classy ladies, okay? Sorry. If you got them lashes on, take them off right now. This is what you over here sitting over there at the bar looking like somebody's Muppet. Now, Miss Piggy, she don't have them ratchet lashes. Her lashes are more demure. Hold on, I'm trying to find a picture of Miss Piggy girl. All right, see her lashes? They're more demure. They don't take over your whole face. She got eyes and stuff. Okay, they're not a whole crazy caterpillar lashes. Just do enough. Don't do too much. All right. You said Miss Piggy's a baddie. Okay. So yeah, hold on. Just fix my bangs back for my demonstration. So no Muppet lashes, okay? All right, nails. Let's get into some nails. You're at the bougie restaurant. Okay. If y'all are creative and y'all like to do y'all nails and y'all like to wear it long when you go on girls' night and you like to be extra, but when you're going out to freestyle on the rich side of town, you need to leave the ratchet nails at home. If you got press on nails, you need to switch out. You don't have to wait and go to the nail shop. You just get in and get out, right? Because you don't want to be trying to go to the expensive side of town. And this man walks up to you and he thinks, oh, and then all of a sudden he looked down at them nails and it's like, you know what I mean? So be able to switch your nails up quick. You don't want to be caught out looking like a ratchet. Be able to switch your nails, no duck nails, right? At work, you showed up well dressed, do my work well, and I'm very pretty. Supervisor is nice, helpful to other girls, but not me. I think he ignores me. Girl, I'm not worried about your job. If you go out and can pull them in, you might not need no job soon. You might have your own business. So, we don't care about people being nice to you. Maybe he likes you and that he can't be extra nice to you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he got a crush on them and not on you. We don't really care about people at work unless they're the owner and they can give us some money. Okay, mind business and focus on personal life and stop trying to bring your personal life into the work life. Do your work, get your paycheck, go home. Okay? Stop trying to mix it up, baby. Do your work, get your paycheck, go home. Then go out and meet somebody that's going to tell you ain't got to work no more. You said he is the owner? Okay, well, if you're not the one, you ain't the one. Okay? That's just it. Focus on yourself. When you're self-obsessed, that's when people start to notice you. When you stop noticing them, when you stop trying too hard to get them to notice you, that's when they notice you. When you don't care, when you unbothered, and when you do your own thing. Okay, try that. Try some main character energy, as if you don't care. You act like you got a man richer than him waiting on you to show up on your date. You know, have some attitude with your main character energy. Your boss is just the owner or whatever. Act like you're dating somebody. Like, walk in there with the energy that you're dating somebody with more money than him. Okay, act self-obsessed. That's how you get their attention, by acting like you are already supposed to have what you want, or that you probably possibly have it already. The type of man, anyway. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Walk around like you date somebody way better looking than him or way richer than him. He's gonna notice. All right. You said no finger food. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah. Ain't nothing worse than licking your fingers. And yes, study table manners before you go out. Because if a man sees you and you are not, like, if he has money, he comes from money, or he goes out quite often and does find out often, he sees you not with your napkin in your lap, slumped over, elbows on the bar or the table, and sitting there, using your fingers or hands or scraping, whatever. That also may be a reason he doesn't come over. Because men like to observe you before they approach, just to check you out first, see if there's something wrong with you from, just observing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Another thing you should focus on while dating is habits, bad habits. You need to get rid of your bad habits, because they're gonna show, and it could be a deal breaker. How to get money for savings account from a man? Ask him. If he likes you 10 times more, he's going to give it to you, or tell him you need it for something else and then put it in there. Remember, the guy that you're dealing with should like you enough to give you some money. If he doesn't, then you need to say it's for something else, and he needs to feel like he's needed and he's rescuing you. Okay, now never use the word borrow, because you're not going to be able to give it back. Or make it seem like it's his idea to give it to you. You learn how to use the art of suggestion and the power of suggestion. Thank you, High Priestess. That we appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Also, if you can't go out alone, and you bring a Pick-Misha type girl in there, or someone else, now you have two people that are having to adhere to a certain type of environment. And even if you're on your best behavior and you've studied your table manners and you have your posture correct and you're doing all the right things, the person you bring may not. So that's why sometimes it's best to go out alone. Or if you start getting the attention and she doesn't, she's going to want to leave. And if you rode together, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell y'all it's best to go by yourself, because that other person may not want to stay long. They might not be getting enough attention, or they might take the attention from you. So it could go either way. That's why it's best to go by yourself. And you can pull easier too, because men approach women faster when there's no one to get rejected in front of, They will sabotage you. And some women can't help it, even if they claim to be your friend. That little tinge of jealousy will still come out if they're not getting any attention. You know what I mean? I've seen it way too many times in my lifetime. And it is just better to go by yourself. All right. Because, think about this. You could be missing your future husband, your future provider, your future sugar daddy if you keep going out with people that are sabotaging you. You'll be missing them. They could have been ready to spin. They could have laid it out on the line for you. And now you got somebody blocking and sabotaging you because you can't go out by yourself. You feel too awkward. Okay. Wonderful. So the next woman that walk in, they might get the man because they don't have nobody blocking them. All right. So that's another thing you need to focus on. Are you out here freestyling? Do you really need to bring another person? Do you really need to bring another person to find your man or a sugar daddy? Do you really need to bring another woman with you? That's also something you need to think about. Mm-hmm. Think your questions will skip. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Kara read that one. How do you feel about dancing if there's a DJ? As long as you ain't the only one on the floor. I don't think you should be the first one out there by yourself dancing. It's kind of like pick me like. You know what I'm saying? Like in certain environments, depending on like if you're in the rich side of town and DJs out there, don't be the first one out there making a fool of yourself. Wait till somebody else is out there. If the guy's there, whatever. But like honestly, I don't think getting up alone as a woman, going out on the dance floor and dancing by yourself, that sounds like a club. I really wouldn't be in a club, but like if you're in a nice restaurant bar on the rich side of town and there's a DJ, just sit at the bar and appreciate the music. Don't go get out there and start twerking and trying to dance and get attention. If a man likes you and he'll ask you to dance, or he'll ask, do you dance? Da da da. You know, you don't want to be out there twerking it. You want out of a dusty relationship. You left him once already. He came back. Oh, and came back, and he is paying for expensive vacation next week, but don't help me with my bills. Okay. So he only helps you with stuff that's beneficial to him. So he's a picker and a chooser and what he wants to help with. And he's not helping with the important stuff. So after the vacation, dump him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then don't get pregnant on that vacation. All right. Let that be your departure vacation. You know how you used to see like when celebrities were breaking up, they would try and go on a vacation, and then like after they come back, they just break up. Do that. Break up after you come back. Well, we tried, but it just didn't work. On the last day, pick a fight. Be done with it, girl. Yes. You said be classy and bougie. Yes. So ask questions if you don't know things. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know what certain things are on the menu, or if you need something explained to you, ask the bartender or the wait staff. And when they're explaining things to you, don't talk over them. Look, like give them the eye contact and smile and nod. It's like, and say the word thank you and please, because a lot of people judge you by how you treat other people as well. It's easy in the South because we are always saying thank you and please, sir, ma'am. But people judge you also on how you treat other people. So, and how elegant you are while asking questions, receiving answers, and dealing with people. So it is basic, but so I'm telling you, this is holding a lot of people back and they don't understand why no one's approaching them in bars and restaurants. Hi, Shera, nice to meet you. 19, going to a fancy dinner with 33-year-old co-owner of a cosmetic doctor, or what to expect or act like. I'm looking for a provider. Act bougie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's 33. He's got a 19-year-old. He's trying to act like you're arm candy, okay? So just be quiet, shut up, and be arm candy and smile. If they're talking about things that you don't understand, ask questions and say, oh, I would love to learn more about that, because you're 19. You ain't gonna know what they're talking about, girl. Be like, oh, I would love to learn more about that. That's so interesting. Well, I'm glad that I learned something new. Well, that's so good. And then brag on him in front of his like friends or whatever. It's like, he is such a good guy. I'm so glad I met him. brag on them a little bit. You don't understand the conversation. Say, oh, I'm so interested in that. I would love to learn more about that. Okay, play dumb, be the arm candy, and brag on them in public. That's pretty much it. That's all you can pretty much do, and hopefully you can get a drink even though you're underage. But if you can't get no drinks, don't complain about it. Get a mocktail. Exactly. Act like it's nothing. Don't sit there and complain about how you're too young, you can't drink. Get you a mocktail and pretend it's real. All right, sprinkle Annabelle. And when you meet, like if you're meeting his friends, smile, make eye contact. If they shake your hand or kiss your hand or whatever, it's like, and then say their name. Nice to meet you, such and such. Yes, it looks childish if you're complaining about it not being able to drink. Just shut up and get your mocktail and act like you're all that. It's so nice that they have mocktails now that look like real drinks. So people that don't drink alcohol don't have to feel left out or like they're not socializing. And people aren't going to try to pressure you into drinking alcohol because they don't know if that drink is alcoholic or not. So it's a good thing to order a mocktail, especially if you're going on a first date or if you're trying to, stay sober so you can drive home and, you're out at the bar freestyling or whatever. Get you a couple of mocktails and maybe only have one or two drinks that you let him pay for or whatever. And that's it. In Europe, you could drink. Oh, okay. That's cool then. All right. Wonderful. Yeah, it's different ages in different countries, I guess. Mm-hmm. How to not worry about jealous women, please. I can't work. Okay. Don't worry about anybody unless they paying my bills. Do you understand? Stop. I know y'all are young and y'all worry about so many other people. Just give them beauty tips. They start getting mad at you and treating you bad. Just give them beauty tips. You know they hating on you because you look good, right? So start giving them beauty tips. That's what they mad about. They ugly. Look. Tell them the makeup you use. I don't know. Just act like you know why you're mad. Don't even ask. Don't even be bothered. Just like, girl, you can look this good too. Girl, get you some makeup. Girl, you can look good too. Just go get you the skincare. Just stop worrying about them. Give them what they need so they can finally shut up and go do something about why they're jealous. And that's it. Right? We're not worrying about them. They don't matter. They start being mean and jealous of you and girl, makeup. You need it. All I do is contour, baby, and put on some blush. You could do the same thing. It's 2 steps, baby. Come on. Ain't no need for you to be mad because I got the blush and the highlighter and the contour or the bronzer. Baby, you can use 3 things. Go get it. Because sometimes that's all they really be mad about because you know how to put your makeup on right. Or your lipstick is looking good. Or you're getting more attention because they over there looking like they just rolled out the bed and you look like you woke up 45 minutes early and put in work. Now they mad because they hit the snooze button. All right? It's like, you know what I do? I wake up early every morning to get dressed. And I'm like, well, I couldn't do that. I'd be too tired. I'd be sleeping. I said, I can tell. You look tired. You look like you love to sleep. I don't know why you get dressed up every day. It's for me. I feel good about myself. And also, people treat you how you treat yourself. You need to start telling them. You need to start offering them tips because obviously they're too shy to ask, so they're just going to project. You said tell them about brow blindness. Y'all are silly. You said, let me go get my butt up and get ready. Yes, because you can't blame nobody but yourself. And for those women who are jealous and getting mad at other women because they get up 45 minutes early, or you get up 45 minutes early too, and see what y'all can do. It ain't that bad. Shoot. It gives you a boost. and you look good. Think about this. You get up 45 minutes earlier. Your entire day could be different than it would have been if you slept in and didn't do nothing with yourself. Your entire life could change if you wake up early one day, put effort into your look. What if you meet somebody that got all the money you need and they approach you because you look good that day, but they wouldn't have approached if you just rolled out the bed that day? You're missing opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You should have a focus when dating. When you're out, you gotta your mind is focused. Hey, I'm finding me a sugar daddy this week. Or, hey, finding me a provider this year. Hey, in order to do that, you got to stay consistent. Going out today, but snowed yesterday. Wait next week. Do what you got to do, man. Somebody gonna beat you out there and be in the snow. Stay safe. How do some women who lack etiquette still attract wealthy providers while I invest in myself and don't attract that? It depends on the type of provider that they are. You know what I'm saying? Some men may be new money and they don't have any etiquette either. You might met somebody that got rich off of, oil, and he probably eat chicken wings at the bar too. It just depends on where you are. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you're the type of woman that eats chicken wings and talks on her phone, you looking for money without having to be super bougie or with etiquette, you need to go where those people, have money that go. Look for them big trucks. Look for them contracting trucks. Look for them big blue collar dudes, that have their own little construction company or remodeling company or whatever. I seen one the other day. Okay. Them King Ranch trucks in Texas, them things like $150,000. And it just looks like a regular old truck. They got a farm, they got a ranch somewhere, they got a construction company somewhere. They got money too. And I guarantee you they're not super proper. So get in where you fit in. But for those of you who are trying to get on that bougie side of town, you got to have them bougie manners. And then you can code switch when you get to the side of town where they're eating crawfish and chicken wings, Sprinkle, sprinkle. I be able to be in both places. I can do both. I know what forks to use, and I know how to sit at a bar with cowboys and construction workers and contract business owners and farmers and ranchers. I live in Texas. We have a wide range of types of people. Like you could be sitting in a bar with a cowboy, a construction company owner, a tech guru, a lawyer, a judge, a doctor, all at the same bar. Now, who do I want? The judge, he got some power, but that could be good and dangerous. Okay, that construction worker, he owns cement. I might not be seeing no more if I mess up. Okay, this farmer rancher dude, he like animals at least, but he be eating them. Who you gonna go for? Okay, this bougie dude, tech dude over here. Okay, he look like he know what he doing. I'm going with that one. Okay. The cowboy, he might be all right. Put him on a roster too. He got horses and stuff. You said oil and gas executives. Yeah. So in Texas, you go to like a nice restaurant bar during happy hour or brunch or whatever, you're going to have a wide, this is why so many people come to Texas, because you got a wide variety of bougie, blue collar, doctor, lawyer, CEO, judge, tech. You got a plethora of pickings. So learn how to be able to do, whatever you need to do. Yeah, I was telling one of the ladies that I know, if you're trying to get a certain type of man, you need to go on this side of town, this type of restaurant, this time of day, and you're going to find them. You're looking for the bougie, the sugar daddies with the supercars. You got to go to the bougie side of town. You gotta learn how to sit up and have posture and cut your food and be able to, drink a martini correctly. So you can switch it up, baby. We just gotta have a goal and a focus depending on where you're trying to go. Okay? Y'all got me talking about all these restaurants and I'm getting hungry. Darn. And there's nothing worse than going to one type of restaurant and asking for stuff you know they don't have. Like, let's say you're going to a bougie restaurant and you're asking if they got chicken wings or chicken tenders. Absolutely not. Don't do that. Or it's like you're going to a regular, restaurant and asking if they have caviar service. No. All right. That's also going to deter people from walking up to you. But they hear what you asked for. Did she really just come in here and ask for chicken tenders? Did she really just ask for caviar service? Don't she see and can't she read the room? Okay. So I know people aren't gonna want to do this, but I'm gonna say it. And I've witnessed it because okay, if you're going to a very nice restaurant bar that costs money, like and you see supercars parked out front, your outfit cannot be see-through. That means it has to be of quality. It can be thrifted, I don't care. Just you don't wear that fast fashion to the nice places. Okay? Because some people gotta tell y'all, don't wear the fast fashion to the nice bougie places. Save that for the regular smegular places, okay? Okay. Save your good outfit, your quality, your name brand or whatever for the bougie side of town. Pull it out the closet, put that on, yeah. Because you can bet that other women are going to be dressed in fine clothing, you know, high quality fabrics and stuff like that sitting next to you or in the vicinity. You don't want to be clocked for wearing, that fast fashion that you can see through. You said he sent you a re-entry fee? He sent re-entry, then said it was accident. What now? Nothing. You got your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Say, oh, works in my favor, and that's it. Well, that's the accident that worked in my favor, and that's it. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Another good place to meet guys is the valet. Go to a nice restaurant, valet park your car. Make sure it's clean. Vacuum it out. Make sure ain't no crap in the seats and stuff like that. While you're sitting there waiting on them to pull up with your car, you can see his car, their car. Start a little conversation because there's a little awkward silence there. Perfect icebreakers. Men will always try to talk to you sitting out in the drive, in the little driveway where they're doing the valet parking. He said no seafood boils. Please don't do that. Yeah, don't sit at a nice fancy restaurant trying to attract men and sit there and be cracking crabs and stuff. Don't do that. That's for a date after you've already been together for a while and you can crack crabs and eat in front of whoever because y'all are a couple. You know what I mean? Don't do that when you're trying to attract someone. Someone says no ribs, no barbecue. No, you shouldn't be doing that at all. Okay. Think bougie, not ratchet. Okay, there you go. Mhm. You said no seafood boil. I know that's not. That's for something you do when you're trying to big back as a couple, on a date, and y'all just out, y'all already together. You said no fettuccine Alfredo either. Let me tell y'all, waiters, servers, they already know what you finna ask for if they think you're ratchet. They already know what you finna ask. There's a handful of questions that they get asked every single time by the ratchet people. Okay, they already know what you finna ask. Don't do it. Don't ask. Don't ask for extra ranch. Don't ask if they got chicken wings or chicken tenders. Don't ask if they got fettuccine Alfredo. Okay? Don't ask them questions. Scratch them off your list. He said, not the ranch. Don't ask for extra lemons with your water. Don't do it. Uh-huh. Okay, another focus you should have. How you make them feel about themselves in your presence. That is what they like because that gives them a dopamine release. Okay. If you're just sitting there blah and boring and you start talking about your career and all your accomplishments, and don't nobody care about that. But your mama. There's no dopamine release. There's no addiction starting. They're not addicted to your company. They're not addicted to how you make them feel. There's nothing there. There's no chemistry. So you need to have they need to feel a dopamine release in your presence. And in order to do that, you gotta like stroke that ego, make the world seem like a better place because you're in it with them. Okay. So you gotta like, oh my gosh, you are so smart. I did not know that. You're such a breath of fresh air. Isn't he so smart? Did you hear what he just said? Oh my God. Tell me more. Really? Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm so glad I met you. Yes. I literally just learned something new. I can't believe it. Wow. You must have a really high IQ or something. What do you do again? Oh, okay. You're really smart, right? Okay. Impressive. Stroke that ego, or release that dopamine. Every time he thinks about you, he's gonna feel that feeling all over again of how he felt like all of that in your presence. Then he's gonna crave it again. So he's gonna definitely want to ask you out on a date again because how you make him feel. And that dopamine release, okay? Sorry. Getting texts. What the freak is this? Oh, I just got invited to something. Oh, sure. Let me know that he can. That's so sweet. People are inviting me to stuff. RSVP. I know that's right. Send me an RSVP. Free form. Let me see if I can go, actually. Hold on before I sign up. I'll do it later. Okay. And so, okay, so that's another thing I was telling you about. Like, people will invite you to stuff if you make friends as well. So, like, when you're going out freestyling, and even if you get stood up on a date, I don't know, make the best where you already are. Make some friends, have some fun at the little bar. Da, da, da. You might make friends, or you might make acquaintances, da, 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 and like things can roll from there. They might invite you somewhere later on. All right, go outside. Yes, of course. Okay, so y'all keep asking me about cars. As long as it's all one color, there ain't no dents and scratches up on it, and it's clean. I think you're okay, man. You know, as long as it don't look like who did it and why, I think you're fine. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you have a hard time making friends, go to places that you're supposed to socialize in. Like, like if you go to a networking event or like maybe like during certain seasons, they have fashion shows, you buy tickets to that. They have, like they have like different events that happen, like they have like festivals, they have, trunk shows at certain like stores or whatever. Go to those because you'll be around women that have money. Go to play. You also want to meet women with money as well because they're less jealous of you and they can introduce you to more people. Okay. So, same thing with your friends. Treat it the same exact way. Go to places to meet friends with money. Don't try to bring your ratchet friends with you. Okay. Go out, make all new friends or hangout buddies or whatever you want to call them that also have money because they're going to invite you to stuff and introduce you to different people. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, should you order dessert or not? It depends on what you ate, ma'am. Is he ordering dessert? It just all depends, baby. Okay. I gotta look at this later. Okay. I'm getting invited to something and I have to fill out some RSVP thing. How do you know he has money if he approaches you at a bar? If you're in the rich side of town with nice cars in the valet, you can tell by a man's clothes he got money, baby. You could tell what he orders to drink. You can look at his shoes, his watch. You can see how he carries himself, his cologne. It's gonna tell a story, darling. This is why y'all gotta get out where the rich people are so you can understand the story. Okay? The story. Let me explain it to you. There's a difference between a rich man, middle class man, and a broke man. You're going to be able, the fabrics of their clothes, the quality of their clothes, their shoes, their watch, their cologne is different. They're not wearing the same crap as the broke dude. Okay, you'll be able to tell if you stood, like if you're in the nice part of town, someone gets dressed to go to dinner at a nice restaurant bar. You're going to be able to tell the difference between the rich, the broke, and now there's some rich guys that don't dress up like that, and they're not going to that type of restaurant. Okay, if you're going to a more casual place, um, and da da da, you know, you can tell the more reserved one. Maybe they'll have on a golf outfit. Maybe they'll have on something casual, like some clothes that they were golfing in earlier, or they'll have a keychain with a golf cart key on it. You know what I'm saying? So just look for the little telltale signs. Okay. Just the more you hang out, the more you'll be able to tell. You said hygiene as well. Yes, they're well taken care of. Their hands are more manicured. They have, they're very confident but not pushy or desperate. Okay, so you're gonna start to learn the difference. You're gonna know what to focus on when talking to a man to automatically know if this man has some type of money. Okay, just you got to get out more to see more. You're never going to know if you stay in line online stuck in the house. You're not going to understand how it works socially. Okay, you're going to lack the social skills of clocking a man that has money. This is why y'all need to get out. Y'all need to get outside because you're at a disadvantage. So, for example, Let's say you scroll online all day on a dating website and you get stood up or you get ghosted left and right after 3 free meals and the man is done. And he probably broke and didn't have no money anyway. Now, let's say you go out to a nice restaurant bar in the rich side of town and you finally listen to me. And another girl is sitting next to you and she's been out. She know the game. She knows how to clock somebody with money who's spending it out. And you don't because you don't go out. She's going to know who to waste your time with and who not to waste your time with. You're not. You're going to talk to that broke man in the corner that probably, you know, does more talking than anything. He's going to be all desperate and all giving you validation and love bombing you. Meanwhile, the guy with the real money is sitting over there confident, cool, and collected. Trying to make eye contact with somebody. Trying to observe and watch them before approaching. And you're going to be busy with the hyena in the corner with the ran over shoes with a gambling problem. That's what you're going to be doing. So you got to go out in order to observe more. And so you get the feel of it. And so the next time you go out, you know exactly who's who, what type of man is what type of man, which ones to avoid, which ones to try to, attract, blah, 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 blah. And if you see other women out and you know that they are well educated on, knowing who's got what and da-da-da, just watch them and see who they pay attention to. Okay? See who they're paying attention to. See what they're sitting up straight for when they walk through the door. See what they're clocking. Because some of y'all are so socially clueless that you wouldn't know. That's why you got to go outside. Okay? Do you know that a lot of people that have money, I know it's hard to do if you don't have a lot of money, but a lot of people with money, they go out to dinner a lot. They go out to these nice restaurants. They try restaurants all the time. It's like their thing, right? Oh, there's this new restaurant opening. There's this new bar. There's this new hot spot. This is what they do. This is their entertainment. They're not over there doing Netflix and chill, rolling around on the mattress, okay? So when you go to a place like that, this is where you're going to find them because that they're always wanting the next new place or the next cool thing, or they want reservations. Okay. Because that's their form. That's one of their forms of entertainment in the evening. Okay. So understand what I'm telling y'all. And if you get there, after they didn't had a few drinks, they're probably more open to communicating. They're probably more open, and it's easier. And let's say one of them asks you out. You cannot be intimidated or afraid. What if he finds out I'm poor? No, but nobody cares, ma'am. You're a girl. Just don't act ratchet. That's it. They would care more if you had more money than them. But they don't care if you don't have anything. They're trying to impress you. Thank you. You said, can we freestyle at lunch or is it better at happy hour? Both. Go to both. Why not? When I was younger, me and my friend used to go to both lunch and happy hour. Okay. It's a numbers game. And some of the same people will come right back. Okay. Look, go to both if you can. Okay, so go out, do what you got to do, work on yourself, have a focus when you go out on a date, have a focus when you go out to freestyle, have a focus when you go out to observe. If you're learning and taking things slowly and doing baby steps, you can still go out. Your goal sometimes should not be to pull a man or get his attention. Your goal should be people watching sometimes. Your goal should be observing so that when you do get back out there in order to attract the type of guy you're looking for, you know exactly what to do. Okay. So Someone's telling me, well, should I wait until I look like this to go out? No, go out now, observe, study, learn, get your wardrobe together, get your mannerisms together, get your manners together, learn, observe. Okay. And as you're leveling up, it's going to get easier and easier for you. And you don't have to start from scratch. Yeah. All right. Is it okay to have a roommate when looking for a provider? As long as you don't tell everybody your life story and what you got at your house as a roommate. You know what I mean? Look, when you're out and about, and that's another thing. When you're going to these nice places, say less. Okay. No trauma dumping. No, I have a roommate. Shh. Be mysterious. Be nice. Be feminine. Don't be telling your life story. Don't tell nobody. It doesn't matter. They're just there to buy you a drink. You know what I'm saying? They're just there to have a conversation. That's it. You ain't got to tell them your life story. Shh. They don't need to know who you live with. You said, don't gossip. Yes. Somebody need to tell somebody in the back. Gossip makes you look poor, especially if you have nothing intelligent to speak about or if you don't have anything interesting to speak about. If you start talking about other people and gossip and all this and weird conspiracy theories, unless they started first, the conspiracy theories. But when you sit there and gossip about other people, they know you're low class. Okay, they will clock you quick. They're like, oh, can't tell her nothing. Oh, she's a ratchet one. She trash talks people. She's the jealous type. She thinks that she has a lack mindset. Okay, that's a nope. They can't bring you around their friends because you're negative and you're a gossiper. So they're definitely not going to bring you into their inner circle because they don't trust you. Okay. So some friend groups or some social groups, they have small circles because you don't want people in there because of how they act. So don't be a gossiper. It's gossiping is trashy anyway. So you shouldn't even do it. If you have a gossiping problem, you should literally try to break free of that because it tells people a lot about you without you even having to have a conversation with them. Okay. That's the best thing I can tell y'all. Like, I know some of y'all probably grew up with parents and aunties and cousins that gossip, but that's not who you have to be, darling. It's literally very trashy, darling. Don't do it. Change the subject. Talk about the weather or something, child. I don't know. Okay. You said you will get ghosted. Trust. Yes. You gossip, you're going to get ghosted. So, and that's another thing y'all could be experiencing. If you didn't have anything to talk about and you started talking about other people, whether they were celebrities or people you know or people you see with your own eyes at that moment, that could have been a turnoff for a man too. And that also could have been why you didn't get a call back or ghosted. If you were extremely negative in the conversation or opinions about things, that's another reason why a lot of men will ghost you as well. Because rich men with money are mostly, wanting positivity. They don't like gossip. They don't like a lot of drama, especially like with gossip. They prefer someone that has a decent conversation, someone that, releases their dopamine by talking to them about, things that make them feel good, whatever. But talking about past relationships, talking about other people, talking about negative things is a total turnoff to wealthy men. Okay. So if you're, and also oversharing stuff that's none of their business is also a turn off. Okay. 'Cause if they, like I said, if they introduce you to their colleagues or family member and you're just a blabbermouth and talk too much, that's kind of like a red flag. That's like, no, we can't trust this person. They talk too much. They're doing too much. No. Okay. Just pretend like, think about this. If you are rich and bougie and you have a circle of friends and they're important people or they got money and then all of a sudden this man is bringing some chick around here and she's talking about everybody and their mama and sharing too much and talking about all her past, and you're going to be like, yeah, because as soon as you leave the room, whatever information they found about you, they're going to be talking about you to the next person, and when people are doing those types of things, they don't get invited back to stuff. So sprinkle, sprinkle. You had a sugar daddy, he would give money, but once time, both married, didn't give much time, sent cash request for birthday. He declined. His wife passed. What to do? Huh? Sugar daddy will give you money, but he wants time. Okay. Time to talk to the other sugar daddy for now. He sound like he busy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He'll be back in a few days. All right. Let him contact you. Talk to the other dude. Where's your backup? You use my advice and met provider. He bought you a washer dryer and someday and giving you thousands since it's been 10 days. He likes me 10 times more. Congratulations, Kendra. Well, I'm glad you found him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Okay, Riri asked about her sugar daddy. Give him a few days. He'll be back. You should have a roster, girl. The way you want to sit around waiting on one person. Okay. What? Okay, yes, yes. Focus on your next or your other sugar daddy. Your other dude on the roster. That's it. Appliances and home furnishings. Yes, yes. She got the bag. Yes. What if they ask if we live alone or roommates? Lie. First of all, why are they asking you that in the first place? Sometimes y'all gotta sit and think why they're asking you that. Do they want to come over your house or do they want to pay your bills? Think about it. Because would it matter? Especially if they have their own place, it wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like if this man has a nice house, a nice place, and it's decent, why would he care if you have roommates or not? Why is he trying to come over your house? Red flag. I never asked anybody in my entire life if they have a roommate. Unless y'all are young and have to have roommates, I can understand. How old is this man? You hugged him in Home Depot like you said. Oh, yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know that's right. Got your washer and dryer, rub it on his back. While they tell you about the features of the washer and dryer. It's like, oh, that sounds good. She was hugging on him up in the Home Depot trying to get her washer and dryer. Girl. I know that's right. Can I lie about my age to create a bigger age gap? It depends, because eventually, if y'all get together, he's going to know your real age. Like, for real. But yeah, people should not ask you about who you live with. That's a red flag. Now, if you're single, you probably don't live with a man. That's all they need to know. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to know who's at your house, how many people at your house. They don't need to know none of that. They don't need to know nothing. Okay. Because some of y'all are getting set up and y'all don't even know it. Just say less, baby. Less is better. Change the subject. Get distracted when they ask you dumb questions, okay? Like, oh, so roommates and do you live alone? Oh my gosh. What is that over there? Oh, I love her purse. I've been saving up for that exact purse. Oh my gosh. And she has the color that I like too. Wow. I'm- Soon, I'm getting there. Well, what kind of purse is that? And how much does it cost? And how much do you have to save it up? Change the subject. And even though you could buy that purse in your sleep, most likely, don't tell them that. Say you're always saving up for something. Because men love to help. Men love to rescue you. Okay? Get a distraction that's gonna get you something later on. Let me sit up there answering his 20 questions on his checklist so he can come get you later against your will. Some of y'all are young and just need to learn. Okay. We never tell them the truth. Oh, well, sometimes my Aunt Ethel comes to visit. She's in and out sometimes. So Aunt Ethel is there. Mm-hmm. Don't tell them anything, girl. Don't tell them nothing. Don't give them no extra information that is unnecessary. Sometimes you don't even have to ask the question, like to ask them if they live by themselves. They'll tell you if you ask the correct questions. Like, oh my gosh, which side of town do you live on? And they'll be like, oh, I live on this side of town. Oh, really? They have some really nice houses over there. Oh, yeah, they do. Then they'll volunteer information just to continue on with the subject because you like that side of town. So they're like, oh, well, I live in such as they'll give you the information that you're looking for. And you're like, oh, really? Are those nice? I've never, is that a nice neighborhood? Da, da, da. Then they'll give you the information. You won't even have to ask. The best way to see if somebody has a roommate or not is ask them if they have pets. Oh, you got some pets? You got a dog? You got a cat? Oh, yeah. So you get up every day and walk that pet, the dog or whatever. Then he'll volunteer the information by asking, oh, well, sometimes my roommate will walk it, or sometimes my aunt or my mom will walk it. What? You'll get the information. You don't even have to ask the question. You just have to strategically plant little, questions that have nothing to do with roommates, and it'll come out eventually. Okay. Said Aunt Ethel has pets. Should you stop being confident, you lose friends from it. Oh, you need to be around confident women. Okay. You need to be around women that are just as confident as you are. Okay. And when you meet them, you're definitely going to know because they're going to match your confidence and it's going to be like a breath of fresh air. Okay. They're going to be well taken care of. They're going to look good and they're going to have the same amount of confidence as you do. If you're hanging around people with low self-esteem, get away from them. They're not beneficial to you at all because all they're going to do is get jealous behind your back. So find people that are on your same level. Okay. Money-wise, look-wise, everything. It's better. Okay. Thank you, Be Real with Ella. Thank you for the super chat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And thank you, Nat. Okay, you're talking to a guy, but I'm not confident. Help. Well, then get confident, girl. Get you some main character energy. Confidence will totally change you in the eye of a man. You can be all shy and but then you can be confident. You can be like, yeah. So where are you taking me for dinner? I like fine dining restaurants. Versus, I don't care where we go. Whatever you want to do. Oh, that's fine with me. Okay. Be who you are. Have some self-esteem. Have some main character energy. Be that interesting person that boosts their dopamine. Okay. If you're not confident, that's the number one thing that will make you stand out versus someone else is your confidence. So you better get some. You better fake it till you make it or something. The longer you fake it, the better it becomes, the more it grows. Okay. If you don't have it, fake it. And after a while, you won't even be faking it anymore. You'll have to tone it down. Like that other girl that said she had to tone down her confidence. Okay. You'll have to work on toning it down later on as long as you keep practicing it, fake it till you make it, and then eventually you're going to have to tone it down. So get you some main character energy and get you some confidence and fake it till you make it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what if he wants to know? He wants to know what happened to my other provider man. Why? He moved out of the country. Just lie, baby. If you understand that you don't have to give them the answer, that's the truth. You're light years ahead at that point. Okay. Because see, some of y'all are so, you think you have to answer the question. You think you have to tell the truth. No, ma'am. You can do whatever you need to do. You can get creative as you want. Okay. Super sticker. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Anima. Anima Crons. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so yeah, definitely go out alone. It's much better because you have a focus. You're the focus. And don't distract yourself when you're out and about, because if you look busy, people will not approach you. Okay. If you're constantly scrolling on your phone, I've said this so many times, people will not approach you because you look busy. Stop looking busy. Okay. Look interested in your environment. Look as if you're enjoying the ambiance and whatever it is you're partaking in, whatever cocktail, mocktail, whatever food, whatever. Okay. Thank you for knowledge, SHERA. I'm glad I met you. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're so sweet. Thank you. Okay. Well, let me see what y'all talking about. Okay, yes. We'll get the money. Tell him your provider passed away. Funny, but not funny. But yeah, usually that's what I would tell y'all to tell them. Thanks, ladies. I don't want, okay, you don't want to be too obvious. Yeah, don't tell him nothing, girl. Don't tell him nothing. Uh-oh. When asked for intimacy or exclusivity, if interested, I give them a chance to offer accountability. Yeah. First, like allowance amount, girl, no, you got to get all bills paid, baby. Everything you need done needs to be done. Okay. So you need a checklist, Felicia. Okay. So Felicia, you get your checklist out. Write everything down you need done before you even think about rolling around on the mattress with someone. Okay. All bills paid, car note paid off. What else you want? New wardrobes, make the list. Especially if this guy is much older than you, put your list together. Okay. He got to check all them lists, all the items off that list before you even thinking about rolling around a mattress with him. If you can't check it off, if you don't reach the last one, he don't get it. And then even if he does reach the last one, you can keep adding to it, or you can change your mind at any given time. You understand? So a lot of times when y'all are dating men, y'all hurry up and get to the intimacy part of it, but you don't realize if they're rushing you to the mattress, they're rushing you off as well. They're rushing you out as well. They already got what they wanted. They didn't have to invest. If you give it up easy to them, you'll give it up easy to another person. Okay, so definitely not wifey material in their mind, some of them. So you got to make them work for it. You got to put a list together and make them reach, the end of that list. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't try to make no deals. Make a list. I have to feel financially safe. Here's all the things that I would want in my man that I was committed to and intimate with. Give them the list. They'll never get to the end of it if they're rushing. If they're in it for the wrong reason, if they're trying to get you on the mattress for the wrong reason, they'll never get to the end of that list. If they truly like you and want you around long term, they will get to the end of that list. I promise you. They will get to the end of that list fast if they're there for the right reason. Think about it. Think about if you put this on a list, pay off car note, not car note, pay off car. Imagine if that was on the list. Imagine how bad this man wanted you. All right. What are you gonna do? You gonna pay off the car, or he's gonna risk not getting to the end of the list? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you can't believe you used to pay for no dusty car note. See, if these women out here are paying for Dusty's car notes, what makes you think a man is not going to do that for a woman he wants to roll around on the mattress for him? He might pay off the whole car note and the whole car balance. Okay. You said, should a man always plan the first date? If he asks you out, you should have a plan. Unless you want to plan the first date and take him to the mall and make him take you shopping. Because if you plan the first date, it's going to be a shopping date. We don't want you planning a date now, do we? Okay, we're going to go to the ATM first. Then we're going to go here. And you're going to take some money out. You sure you want me to plan this date? Then we're going to go shopping. And you're going to buy everything I want. Then we're going to go to the jewelry store. This sounds like a best date ever, right? No, well, then you better plan. Right? Outside of bills, what should be on your list? Okay. After bills, what else should be on your list? Whatever you want. You want to be in a committed relationship with that man? Committed relationship. That means you got to be introduced as whatever you want to be introduced as, girlfriend. You got to be introduced to people. People got to know who you are. You got to be, maybe you get posted up if that's what you want. Put all that stuff on there. Whatever it is you want for him to do, that's what you put on the list. What to say when he keeps asking and saying he wants to see you more often, hasn't asked you to be his girlfriend yet? Because he got other girls, girl. A man will do anything but commit to you and he's not ready. He don't want a commitment. Okay? Read the context clues. He doesn't want a commitment. So if you want a commitment and he doesn't, why would you want a commitment from a man who doesn't want a commitment? He don't want one. That means he's not going to treat you right if you force it on him. So what you got to do is say, oh, no worries. I would like to see you more too. I need to make more time in my schedule for that. That means you got plans too. All right. It's like, we'll see what we can do. He's like, well, what's she got on her schedule? Why isn't her schedule open? Because she doing the same thing you doing, sir. All right. If we're already having the provider, how do we lock him down? Okay. How do you lock him down? He got to like you 10 times more. He'll lock himself down. Okay. He's got to like you way more. He'll lock himself down. You ain't got to do nothing. Just look good, baby. Don't slack up on looking at the good. Every day, get up and look good. You say he's a provider, but he gets sad after you say no, girl. That's good. Men would mean women. Okay. I am so very proud of you. At age 60, I lost your best friend of 40 years recently. With that said, keep your head up and keep moving. We like and love you. Oh, thank you so much. Dr. Tracy Elizabeth Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate you. That's so sweet. Very generous. I appreciate you. Oh, sorry for your loss too. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, we are when we're talking about commitments. Yeah, if that man doesn't want to commit to you, also claim that you're also busy and you wish you had more time to see him too. So he'll be wondering, well, I wonder what she's doing. Why is she so busy too? Okay, okay. Thank you, Barry. He's a husband always married the side chick, but chicken out last minute. How to forgive and get revenge? Huh? Your husband almost married the side chick, but chicken out on last minute. How to forgive and get revenge? So, are you the wife or the side chick? My question, because I need to know what perspective I'm in. What perspective are we from? Are you the wife or the side chick? Okay, you're the wife. Okay, so he almost married the side chick before he met you or while he was with you. I'm not sure. Like the situation. So that man already had both of y'all. He got one on the side still. He's still seeing the one he saw before. So he liked that one. He's still seeing that one while he's married to you. Okay, you said, okay, so if I were you, I would just say, oh, you know what? I understand you almost married that lady. I understand that y'all were in a relationship, but understand this. I'm your wife. Give me that credit card. Take me to this car dealership. If I'm gonna have to deal with all your straggle, women, I want to deal with it in style. Okay. When I get up every morning, I don't want to have to think about if you rolling around on the mattress with that chick you almost married and chick it out with. I want to worry about what I'm finna wear, what nice shoes I'm finna put on my feet, and what type of nice vehicle I'm finna get in. So let's get to the car dealership and give me that credit card. Don't even argue with him. Don't even ask him to stop. Tell him you're gonna get cheated on, you want to get cheated on in style. And make him pay. It's like if I'm gonna be the wife, I gotta look like the wife, not the side chick. So give me that credit card, let's get to that dealership. You gotta spend his money, ma'am. Because the side chick gonna spend it if you don't. All right, you better spend it up. You might not have nothing left for her. You better get it together. How many dates before sending the list? Well, you don't really need to send the list unless they're trying to ask you to roll around on the mattress. And the faster they ask you to roll around the mattress, the less serious that they are about you. The less serious they are about you. So you already know. You can hand it to them that same day they talk about it. Because if they start talking sexually to you very, very soon, they're not serious about you. Sorry. They're not serious about you if they start talking sexually very soon. So just give them the list right then and there. And guess what? They'll never meet it because they don't plan to invest. That list is an investment list. They will never do it because that's not what they want to do. Okay. So you'll either scare them away, which is good, because they were only going to be there for a little while anyway. But if they really like you, they'll get that list checked off. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's a good list. Put car dealership on there. You should be riding clean, baby. And to the married chick, you need to start doing a lot of house projects, making sure you spending his money. Okay? Because some of y'all be going 50-50. That's why they have money for the next chick. But make sure you start using his money, even if he's a provider. Start using up more of his money. Okay. Take his credit card, plan a really nice vacation. It costs a lot of money. Or do some really good house renovations. They have contractors start showing exactly. Let them worry. Shera, I am dressing real cute and going to a 5-star hotel where wealthy men will be in attendance. I am 21. Any pointers? Okay. Go somewhere else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is this a party or are you just going to the hotel randomly? Is this a networking event? Is there a gala being held here? Or are you going to a hotel lobby? Because it depends on if there's an event that you are invited to and you have a ticket to, or are you just going to the hotel to sit in the lobby? Because you see how that looks, right? Okay. Hopefully it's an event and you dress appropriately for it and you network and introduce yourself to people after they you're going with whoever you're going with. Make sure they introduce you to people. Make sure you say your name, make eye contact, shake hands, look smart, look pretty. Ask questions. But if you're just going to sit around in a hotel lobby, they're going to get the wrong idea, ma'am. Okay. So, all right. What? How did it tell you're a lover girl yourself? If that man is not a lover boy, why are you a lover girl? Shouldn't lover girls and lover boys go together? Why are you a lover girl and he's not a lover boy? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because lover girls waste their time on a lot of men because they're not with lover boys. You need to find a lover boy that loves you 10 times more. A lover girl. That's what you need to do. Because if you don't, you're going to just be in love by yourself, girl. Okay? But make sure he got some money. What? Let me read some of these questions. All right. So I don't know, like some of y'all think hotels are the correct place to go to meet people. No. You don't want to be in a place where there are rooms and beds connected to it unless you're going to a gala, a function, a party that you were invited to and you have a ticket to. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just walk up in there. Hi, I'm just randomly sitting at a hotel in my own city in the lobby to a building. There's rooms attached with beds. How are you? I mean, what does that sound like, baby? Don't do that. People are going to get the wrong assumption. How to handle fellow women who see taking care of yourself is spending money unnecessary. I wouldn't be around them people, baby. Me and them people do not have nothing to talk about. Do you understand? Any woman who says taking care of yourself and spending money on yourself is unnecessary, they're not in my circle. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't talk to them very often. Hello, goodbye, nice to meet you. It's nice weather today. See you later. That's the only conversation we have. Or yes, I like, a side order of that. I'm not talking to them. We don't have nothing to talk about. We're not going to be friends. You understand? Why? Because of who I am. I like all the stuff that they don't like. What we have in common? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So why would I have to sit there and talk about it with someone? I'm not going to be in the presence of someone that we don't share similar thinking or have a lifestyle similarity to. That doesn't make sense. Thank you, Roxy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't need to be in a room to convince other people to, you know, take care of themselves. If they don't want to take care of themselves, they don't want to spend money and invest in themselves, that's not my problem. We're not going to really be hanging out because obviously we're not going to be able to go to the same places. We're not going to get the same type of treatment or the attention. So someone's going to be mad. They looking like who did it and why, and you're looking 10 times better than them. You know, it's just not a good fit. So I wouldn't be talking to people like that. Okay. Not that there's anything wrong with those type of people. It's just we wouldn't have anything in common. Okay. That would just no love lost. It's just we wouldn't have anything in common. We wouldn't be hanging out. There would be nothing to talk about. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Will I ever do a world tour? No. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The beauty of the internet, you don't have to do world tours because you can talk to everybody at the same time from every part of the world. Okay. There's no reason to see me live. I'm not a concert pianist, or I'm not Beyonce, and there's no need for you to see me live unless on this live. Unless you see me out and about in real life. Unless I am where you are at that moment. Have you ever been invited to a podcast or interview? Yes, I turn them all down. I definitely have been invited to many. No, thank you. I don't do interviews. I don't do podcasts. If I want to collab with someone online, we'll make that happen, but I don't do those things. Mhm. All right. Because y'all have to realize one thing. I'm not trying to, I never wanted to be on those things. My goal in doing what I do was just to help people. I wasn't trying to be seen. I wasn't trying to be on podcasts. I wasn't trying to get interviewed. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. As a woman building her own brand with visibility and ambition, how do I date in what a way that secures provision and protection without dimming myself or becoming date somebody that don't know what you're doing, that don't care. Date someone who don't care and don't know what you're doing, and don't put them on the screen. That's it. All right. Date someone who doesn't care about what you do and don't put them on the screen. That's 1 and 2. All right. Because if you're gonna date someone, you're like on social media or you're building your brand, he's not part of your brand. You understand? So don't make him part of your brand. And make sure he doesn't care what you do. They'll probably be older. They don't know what none of half this stuff is. Mm-hmm. A lot of girls are jealous of my man. What should I do? Date a man that they wouldn't be jealous of, ma'am. Or don't bring them around. Either date someone they don't want to be, with, or don't bring them around them. You got 2 choices. What you gonna do? Don't bring them around, or date someone that you can bring them around anyway because they ain't finna check for them. Okay. All right, let me read y'all Shane over here. Would you cast for Real Housewives? No. The closest I can get is a guest appearance, but that's it. I don't want to be on TV like that. I do a guest appearance. Get it out. Goodbye. Okay. What? Mm-mm-mm-mm. What about beach clubs? I mean, if that's the hangout, if you live in a beachy city and that's the hangout, where the marinas, the beach clubs, there, the rich guys are there, fine. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why is the video stuck sometimes? I don't know. I think YouTube is doing something really weird. They're updating, or it could be the third-party streaming service. I don't know. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Would you be involved with someone you worked with? Like, if it's not the owner and I'm not getting extra perks and money, no. Why can't you go outside of your workplace and date? Okay. You said CEO or no go. Exactly, girl. Because I get so many people asking me, "Oh, I dated this man at work, and now I got to see him every day after he ghosted me." Or did girl? I don't want to hear none of that. Just if it's not the boss or the owner, next. They outside your work. Don't mix that. You said I would be a funny guest on the Real Housewives as a friend. Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't want to be on the show. I'll be a guest. Okay. You said 5 kind of men you should avoid: broke, super broke, dusty. So broke, super broke, dusty, fake rich, and um ones that want polygamy but can't afford it. There you go. Stay away from all of them. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Genevieve, thank you, girl. What if he provides but only make $20 an hour? Then y'all have a very meager lifestyle, and that's good. You can live with less. But will you want to live that way forever? And how long do you plan on dating this man? And by the time you get to a certain age and you want certain things, is he going to be able to provide it for you? Sometimes y'all got to ask these questions, because if you're just there for a month or two, wonderful, have fun, whatever. But if you're planning long term with this person, if they're young, they're not supposed to make a lot of money yet, unless they're smart and know how to get more than one stream of income and are investing and starting businesses and stuff. But if they're just trying to work a regular job and only have one stream of income, this is not someone you want to have a future with, because they're not even in charge of their own, ability to make money, because they're employed. So unless he's using some of that money and saving it to start a business or find a second stream of income and invest it in, I don't know. I think people should be more aware of a man's financial intelligence before seriously dating him. Now, if you're just a young person and he's going to buy you some food at a restaurant, great, wonderful. But if you're old enough to date for lifestyle, that's not really someone you should be going for. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I appreciate you. What if you ask to kiss on the first date? Say, we'll see, and then say, I'm very heavy on people asking for consent. Let them know in advance so they know if they try to kiss you, you'll probably never talk to them again. And when it comes to the end of the date and they start to ask, oh, you mind if I kiss you? It's like, you know what? I really like you and I want to see you again very soon. I just feel like if we waited, it would build so much more anticipation, which would make things so much better when we finally do kiss. Lie. Like, I don't, if you don't want to kiss him, just say that. You'd be like, he'll know it's a lie, but he'll still be a lie. And he knows it the next time. You said the best way to break a man's ego in a nice, nasty way while dating, call him the wrong name, darling. And call him the wrong name more than once. That's it. Not something similar either. So he know you obviously used to talk. Then he'll get his dopamine fix and think he's back in the game. But if you want to break his ego for real, don't explain. Just call him the wrong name a few times. That's all you gotta do. I said, what's the biggest mistake do while dating? They talk too much. They brag too much they brag too much. Works. Uh-huh. Am I back? Am I back? Put this here. Okay, is that better? Let me change the quality and see if that works. Okay, is that better? Thank you so much for a super sticker. Okay. So the dusty messing up the Wi-Fi? It's just freezing every now and then. Okay. Well, I was about to get off in about a few minutes anyway, y'all. Don't worry. Am I good now? I'm good. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Let me put like a thing up and see if that helps. Hold on. Let me put a sprinkle up there. He wants your photo, but you don't want to send anything what to say. Just send a photo of your bills, baby. Send a photo of you holding up some bills. Good enough? Men will talk all day, but if they can't put their money where their mouth is, why are you listening? You don't get emotionally attached to love bombing. You get emotionally attached to bill bombing, baby. Bill bombing, money bombing, investment bombing. You say you find a provider, but he ugly. I'm embarrassed to be seen in public with him. I'd be embarrassed to be seen in public at work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, you know what? I don't want to be with a man who thinks that being a provider is using him. I want to be with a man who understands what their role is as a provider. A woman cares about someone when she feels safe to care for them. If you don't have everything you need or want, why would you care about someone who doesn't care about you? That doesn't make any sense. A woman needs to feel comfortable and safe. Oh, you treat your emotions like money. You don't waste them on people that are not going to be beneficial to you. Okay. You don't do it. It's a man that wants to stick around with you. A man that sees you in their future will not rush you into anything because they got time. You're gonna be with them all your life. Am I back yet? Yay! Did it work? All right. Wonderful. I put a little thing in there, so maybe that did the trick. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so anyway, my little TikTok snippets on there. Save the day. Yay. All right. Sorry, y'all. Let's see what I was talking about before. I was just talking about, okay, thank you, Roxy. I see you sent a super sticker. I appreciate you. Let me see the last question if I missed one. Okay, I think I got them all. All right. Yay, we're back. Anyway. You said, what should you do when they find out you lied to them? Just laugh and act like you didn't do nothing wrong. You got me. Well, don't act like you did nothing wrong. Everybody lies. What you gonna do when you catch him lying? What he gonna do? Same thing you gonna do. Nothing. So it says be better at lying. Exactly. Okay. You said that means you're revealing too much info if you get caught lying. Say less. And let me tell y'all something. Not everyone deserves the truth. Y'all have to understand this. Because some people don't. Not everyone's going to get the truth. Not everybody deserves the truth. You can lie to people. That's not a crime. Unless you're under oath or signing a contract. You can tell people what you need them to know, and that's about it. It's none of their business if you don't want them to know that. Exactly, right? So what if he catches you and oops, oh, well, you got me. And so what he going to do? Well, I can't trust you. I never trust you. That's what you take. And I'm sure he's lied to you way more than you lied to him. You're good. Right? If you're smart, you're not going to get caught. Or if you do, you know how to flip it around and make it work in your favor. It's like, if you're going to be a liar, you better be a good liar. And you better, and if you get caught, you better learn how to flip it around. Okay? If not, don't even do it if you're bad at it. Just avoid the information and avoid talking too much and avoid answering questions you don't want to answer. Change the subject. If you're a bad liar, just change the subject. All right? Get distracted. What? Your provider of 3 months just got locked up? Whoa, no. Well, on to the next, baby. Next on the roster. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I guess that's why you need a backup. I don't know what he was doing, but maybe you need to find somebody more legit. All right. Find somebody more legit, baby. Lesson learned, right? Next. Next. Hi. He said, I'm screaming. Yeah, y'all need to start to also learn how to just go and move on to the next one. You know that one ain't working for sure. It's not going to work out. Is 22 the right age to start looking for a provider? I would say so. Because what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get into a long-term relationship or just going on dates? What you trying to do? It all depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to secure a lifestyle, secure a bag, get a house, car, get married eventually, then yes, this is the right time. If you're just trying to date and have fun, you don't have any plans of settling down anytime soon, then at least date someone that you don't have to reach in your purse with when you're with them. If you're still dating for fun. But if you're dating for lifestyle, it's the right time. Yeah. Because if you get in a relationship, it's going to take you a couple of years to get to know that person fully. And you're too young to get married at 22. So at least by the time you're 25, 26, 27, you'll be on the right path, dating the right type of guy. And if it's going to happen, you'll be financially secure, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. And should you find a provider if you're only 20? If you have a boyfriend, why? Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Why are y'all on this channel? If you're already happily in your relationship, why are y'all on this channel? What do you want? You want money, or you want a man with money? Then why do you have a boyfriend with no money? I keep asking y'all, like, I always tell ladies, if you're happy in your relationship, you don't need my channel. If you want money, if you want a provider man, then yes, come to my channel. Okay? So your boyfriends are too young to get money. They're not going to have real money for a long time. You're definitely probably going to have to date older. So if you're not willing to date for lifestyle and things like that, just stay with your boyfriend until you're good and ready. And then you come back over here. Because some of y'all just find these videos and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll try it. But then you cry over your dusty when your dusty goes away, or your boyfriend that can't afford anything goes away. And then you're like, oh, what did I do? Look, when you're ready for this lifestyle, you're not going to have any questions should you get a provider. That's going to be your only option. That's going to be the only option you give yourself. You understand? That will be your only option that you will give yourself. You won't get nothing else but a provider. There will be no other question. Look, that's standard. Okay? You said when you're 25, you're looking for a provider? Okay. Yes. You good and ready? That's where you start. You don't go backwards. You say that's your only option? Well, then good for you. That's when you're in the right place. hmm So I know a lot of people like, oh, well, what about love? There's other channels for that, baby. I promise you. But this ain't it. Okay. There's other channels for romance, fairy tale, holding hands, skipping through the meadow. Go find that channel, baby. This ain't this channel. This channel is providers, how to attract them, how to date with focus, da da da. Okay. If y'all don't know, look. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to date a provider and avoid a dusty. Okay. Look at this. Too pretty to pay bills. These aren't romance novels, baby. This is how to get this money. I bring nothing to the table. Okay. Look at that. The wisdom of SheraSeven. Daily affirmation and quote. Okay. Stay dust free. Okay. Leveling up to your best life. None of these things are talking about romance. None of these things are talking about relationships. None of my books talk about any of that crap. That's why I don't understand why y'all call me a dating coach. I'm gonna get this money coach. Okay. I am not a dating coach. I am not a relationship therapist. I am not none of that. Look at this. Lazy gold digger is a compliment. Who wants to be a hard worker that doesn't get any money from their man? Who wants to be that? Call me lazy gold digger any day, but you ain't gonna call me broke. Okay. I do not do dating advice. I do get this money advice. Okay. Period. Look, stop asking me about love and stuff like that. Love should be natural. You're supposed to grow in love. Okay. You're not supposed to be tricked into a poverty relationship because you're in lust. Learn the difference. Some of y'all aren't even in love. Y'all are in lust, and you got tricked, and now you woke up in poverty. Don't do it. Get you some money. Get you a provider. All right. Then you can worry about all that other stuff like that. After you get your bag, you can fall in love all you want. You get the bag first, baby. Okay. Secure the bag first. In all the fairy tales, the prince is rich. Secure the bag, then worry about some love. All right. Oh, your man take care of you. He's an engineer. He bought you a car. I know that's right. And he's 28. Okay, added bonus. Yeah, he's standing on business. I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He said, I'm going to get this money, coach. Yes. Get his money, coach. You know what? For those relationship coaches out there and who really take the time and energy to study relationships and communication, you know what? That's a hard job. So shout out to y'all who take the time to do all of that work. But I couldn't do it, baby. That's just too much. I'm too unbothered. So shout out to all those real dating relationship coaches that try to tell you how to relate to people and do this and do that. I couldn't do it, y'all. I would be so tired. I would just be calling people pick me left and right and get frustrated, and I would have to go. So a lot of those people do have a lot of patience and understanding. I could not be one of them because I would be so upset and angry. I would never sit there and instruct a lady to stay in a broke relationship, even though she want to. I wouldn't. I don't care what you want, man. I'm telling you what you need to do. Okay. How can I fix the relationship with my Dusty? What he did me wrong and he did, girl. You see, that's why I couldn't be a dating coach, because I would tell her, girl, that Dusty don't like you. You need to go find a man with the money. Thank you. I would just turn right into already what I'm doing. Okay. I couldn't even try. It wouldn't work for one day. I would try, but like, well, in order to make that Dusty happy, you got to give him your tax return. I know you were saving up for a new car, but he's more important than yourself. You got to put others first sometimes. It would hurt me to even say that crap. If you want to keep your man, you got to do more for him because obviously, there's some miscommunication. I'll be sitting up there just hurting inside for this chick. Y'all need to go to therapy together. No, I wouldn't even say, girl, leave him, go get you a man with some money. See how easier that is? Just flows out much better. And it sounds like a better time too, right? Okay. So kudos to y'all who be trying to tell Pick Misha how to deal with the dust. I don't know how y'all be doing. Could you imagine me as a couples counselor with a Pick Misha and a Dusty on the couch? It'd be like this. So tell me about your relationship. What are you having problems with? And they're going to be like, well, he make me do all the work and he don't find a job. Dusty. Okay, I couldn't last. I would be cracking up, last and calling people Dusties and Pick Mishas and probably get sued for calling people Dusties and Pick Mishas into couples therapy. So no. Couldn't do it. Y'all are too composed for me. I have my little notepad pretending I'm taking notes, but I would really be just writing Dusty and Pick Misha on there. What are you writing down? No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I got to stay true to me. Okay. I'm not gonna diagnose you. I'm not gonna tell you what you need. Look, you just need some money. That's your diagnosis. You broke. Let me write you a prescription. Go get you some money. There you go. Here you go. This is not a false diagnosis. This is real. Take it. Money. That's your diagnosis. You broke. Go get you some money. The prescription. Well, thank you. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for feeling comfortable enough to share your, relationship issues with me. Now I have the thing for y'all. Okay, I have a diagnosis for you, sir. Okay, I've witnessed this before, ma'am. I have a diagnosis for you, sir, and I have a prescription for you as well. Your diagnosis is that you're broke and you're lazy, and here is the solution. The prescription. Go get you some money. There you go, ma'am. Your diagnosis is lack of self-awareness and love of self and desperation. Here's your prescription: some makeup and some hair. Goodbye. And some main character energy. Your provider of 3 months is 52 and he got locked up today. Oh my gosh, now you have to look for another one. It took me a while to find him. I didn't have time to save. So mad. Girl, what'd he do, girl? Anyway, ain't none of my business. Try to find someone who's not a criminal, okay? Sprinkle. Try to find someone that don't at least smart enough not to get caught. I don't even recommend dating guys that are doing illegal stuff, but hey, that one's not too smart if he got caught, right? Oh, do better. Okay, stop hanging around. I don't know what he got locked up for because I don't want to guess, but try to find somebody that's got something legal going on. There you go. I hope it wasn't anything bad, okay? You gotta find the backup. Find a backup, girl. Get out there and start freestyling again. Or start you a business. I don't know. Tell y'all to save money and start businesses while y'all are with these providers. Y'all don't be listening. Okay. Someone said to date his friend. Okay. Someone said go get his friend. Oh well. I'm about to go in like 2 minutes. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm about to be off of here in 2 minutes, but thank you so much. Oh, before I go, if you haven't picked it up, definitely get Love Potion number 7, my perfume by Dust Free Limited. The link is in the description bar after the video. Click on the description and all my links are going to be in there. Y'all can go figure it out. All right. It should be the first one. Yeah. We'll definitely pick that up. And I will see y'all later. Bye.